Hi, first graders. Today we are starting Chapter 3 in our Go Math book. We're not going to do a lesson in Chapter 3 yet. We're just going to do the beginning pages to get ready for Chapter 3. So our Chapter 3 is all about addition strategies. So we're going to be doing addition, but we're going to learn lots of different strategies to help us get better with addition. So we won't just be adding numbers one way. We'll be adding numbers in lots of different ways. So I want you to open up your math book, your new Chapter 3 math book, to page 128. It looks like this. Let me see if I can raise up my camera. It looks like this. At the top, it says, show what you know. That's what you're looking for today. So let's do number 1 together. We are writing cubes to match the numbers. So how many cubes do we need to draw here? We need to draw 2. And how many do we need to draw here? 3. So we have 2 cubes plus 3 cubes. How many does that equal? That equals 5. So please write 5 on the line. Wonderful. Okay, now let's do the next one. Looks like these are some pretty colored ladybugs. We have to make the addition sentence to match the picture. So here we have 2 ladybugs. Now remember, we're back to addition, so the sign that we need is the plus sign. Remember, the plus sign is a down and an across. 2 ladybugs plus how many green ladybugs? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ladybugs equals how many all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ladybugs. Great job. Now let's do the butterflies. We have purple butterflies and orange butterflies. Let's count the purple. 1, 2, 3. 3 purple plus sign plus how many orange? 1 equals what? Let's count them. 3 plus 1 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you have crayons, I need you to pause the video and get your crayons. I'm going to be using 2 different colors of pens. That way you are able to see them. I'm going to use a blue pen and a red pen. But if you have crayons, go ahead and pause the video and find a blue crayon and a red crayon. So for the first one, we are going to color in 1 plus 4 with 2 separate colors. So I'm going to circle my 1 in red because that's what I'm going to use for the first color to color in my cubes. So I have 1, and I'm going to color in 1 cube red. Now I'm going to circle my 4 with my blue. So that way I know that blue is 4. And I'm going to color 4 cubes blue. Now remember, mine aren't perfect. You just need to get a little color in them. So what does this equal? I have 1 plus 4. It equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equals 5. I would write that with your pencil. Now remember, you can add numbers in any order. You can flip them. So first we did the red and then the blue. This time let's do the blue and then the red. So I'm going to circle my 4 in blue because 4 belongs to blue this time. And I'm going to color in 4 cubes blue. And then my 1 is red. So I'm going to circle my 1 in red so I know what color it should be. And I'm going to color in my 1. Now, in this one, even though we had blue first and then 1 red, does it still equal 5? Do you still have 5 cubes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You sure do. you still have 5 cubes. You can add numbers in any order. Remember, in my class, we talked about this. Here I have 3 pins. I can have 1 pin in this hand and 2 in this hand, and I have 3 pins. Or I can have 2 pins and 1 pin, and I still have 3 pins. So you can add numbers in any order, and it still equals the same number. So even if I have 2 and 1, it equals 3. Or if I have 1 and 2, it still equals 3. Let's turn to the next page. So we're going to practice some vocabulary. Vocabulary are the words that we need to know in order to do really well during this chapter. So here are some of our words. Add means to put 2 numbers together. Add-ins are the 2 small numbers that you add when you're doing an addition problem. So if you have 4 plus 2 equals 6, 4 and 2 are your add-ins. They're the 2 numbers that you're adding together. An addition sentence is the whole thing. So an addition sentence is like this. 7 plus 2 equals 9. It's all 3 of your numbers and the 2 signs. That's your addition sentence. And then the sum is just another word for your answer. So in this one, your sum would be 9. Let's fill in this bubble. It wants us to find, Miss Farthing just gave you the answers. Do you remember what I said? It wants you to find the add-ins and find the sum. Remember, the add-ins are the 2 numbers that you add together when you're doing addition. So what 2 numbers are being added together here? 7 and 2 are being added together. Those 2 numbers are your 2 add-ins. Now we have to find the sum. What does sum mean? Sum is another word for the answer or what it equals. So your sum here would be what? What's your answer to 7 plus 2 equals 9? It's 9. That's your sum. So 9 is your sum. It's what the problem equals. Now we just need to fill in these blanks. 4 and 3 in 4 plus 3 equals 7 are blank. So it wants to know what this number is and this number. What's one of the words? It'll be one of these up here. What is one of these words when you're talking about the 2 numbers you're adding together? Those are add-ins. The 2 numbers you're adding together are add-ins. So we're going to write add-ins on the line. Remember, we did this in chapter 1, but it's been a long time since then. Okay, now it's giving us the whole thing. It's saying 4 plus 3 equals 7 is and what? Is a blank. What's this whole thing? This whole thing is an addition sentence. Addition sentence. So I'm going to write that here. A-D-D-I-T-I-O-N is addition. And then sentence. S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E. And if you need help spelling that, it's right here in your yellow box. And the last one. 4 cubes and 3 cubes are put together to blank the groups. So when you're doing this, you're putting 4 cubes together and 3 cubes together. What are you doing? You're putting them together so you can add. Add is another one of our words. Add. A-D-D. When you combine things, you are adding. Okay, that's all that we are going to do out of the book. If you look at the next page, there's a game that you can play maybe with a grown-up at home. There's also some cards. These things would be really a smart idea to rip them out and cut them apart and use them throughout the chapter so that you can practice, because this is something that could be tricky, some of these words. And then after the vocabulary cards, there's another game that you can play. Okay? And then we'll be ready for our first lesson, which we will do next time. But it would be a really good idea if you would rip out this page and cut these cards apart and study these words. Now you can see the dark blue words are the words that are in English, and then the bottom words are probably words you can't read. Those are in Spanish. So you just need to focus on the English words, which are the dark blue words. And then if you notice on the back of the cards, it has the answer for what the card is talking about. Okay? Thank you for doing this opening, this introduction to Chapter 3 with me. Remember to log on to Think Central and to do your review on Think Central as well. Okay? Have a good day, boys and girls.